Power. It's the force that shapes nations, breaks families, and turns ordinary people into legends or monsters. In Landman Season 2, power isn't just whispered in boardrooms or signed on contracts, it's a weapon. It's the oil that fuels. The fire, the secret currency that every character is desperate to control. But the question is, how far will they go to claim it, and what will it cost them? From the very first frames of the trailer, Landman Season 2 sets the tone with its brutal depiction of the hunger for control. We see glimpses of executives in pristine suits, their hands gripping tables as if the wood itself were a battlefield. Their words are calm, but their eyes betray the truth. Every deal is a war. Every smile a mask hiding the calculation of what can be gained and what must be sacrificed. Power here isn't presented as a gift. It's shown as a prize ripped away. From someone weaker, someone less prepared to play the game. The trailer makes it clear that the oil industry is more than just a backdrop, it is the very battlefield of survival. The gush of crude oil we see spilling across the land isn't only symbolic of wealth. It's symbolic of corruption, of destruction, of the darkness that spreads when ambition runs unchecked. Each frame reminds us that the pursuit of power comes at a cost, not just to people but to the earth itself. And in this world where black gold drips like blood, those who dare to take control must decide whether they are builders of empires or destroyers of everything around them. We also catch flashes of conflict between characters who once stood side by side. A lingering look across a crowded room, a sudden silence in a conversation. These quiet moments speak louder than words. They tell us that Season 2 will not only explore the global scale of power struggles, but also the personal wars. A trusted ally may become a rival, and a handshake could be the start of a knife in the back. Power shifts like sand, and the trailer makes us question who will rise and who will be buried beneath the weight of ambition. But perhaps the most chilling element is the sense of inevitability. The characters are not just chasing power, they are consumed by it. The trailer doesn't show people with choices. It shows people trapped in cycles of greed and dominance, bound by the invisible chains of a system that feeds on ambition. This is not a story of heroes and villains. It is a story of survivors in a world where the most dangerous weapon isn't a gun or a knife, but influence itself. And as we watch, we're left wondering not who will win, but who will be destroyed by the very power they crave. Betrayal. It cuts deeper than a knife. It doesn't explode like a gunshot, it slips in silently, cloaked in trust, striking when your guard is down. In Landman Season 2, betrayal isn't just a side effect of ambition. It is the fuel that drives the story forward. The trailer makes one thing very clear: no bond, no friendship, no alliance is safe. Every character is standing on quicksand, and the moment they trust someone too much, they're already sinking. The trailer teases betrayal in subtle yet haunting ways. A shared glance between two allies that suddenly feels colder. A tense handshake that lingers too long, the grip stiff with hidden resentment. We see characters leaning in to whisper secrets, only to pull back with a look that says you can't trust me anymore. These small visual details are what make Landman so gripping. The show doesn't scream betrayal at us, it lets us feel it, creeping slowly, until we're questioning every relationship on screen. What makes betrayal so powerful in this series is its personal weight. This isn't just about business rivals stabbing each other in the back, it's about family members, friends, and lovers who carry knives of their own. The oil empire doesn't just poison the land, it poisons hearts. We're shown moments that suggest deep personal betrayals, loyalties broken not for survival, but for greed. And that's the most dangerous kind of treachery, the kind that is deliberate, calculated, and personal. But betrayal in Landman isn't always loud. Sometimes it's quiet, and that's what makes it deadly. A character promising loyalty while secretly making deals in the shadows. A loved one walking away at the exact moment they're needed most. Silence itself becomes a weapon. The trailer leaves us with the impression that everyone is playing multiple roles at once: the mask they show in public and the secrets they bury in private. And eventually, those masks will shatter, revealing the betrayals we've only caught. Glimpses of the brilliance of Landman is that betrayal here is not one-sided, it is a cycle. One character betrays another, who then betrays someone else in retaliation. And the cycle spins faster and faster until everyone is caught in its spiral. The trailer hints at this whirlwind with its quick cuts, heated arguments, slammed doors, and sudden bursts of violence. We're left feeling like betrayal isn't just a possibility, it's inevitable. It is the heartbeat of this world, steady and merciless. We also see betrayal tied closely to ambition. The ones who want more wealth, more control, more recognition are the ones willing to betray the people closest to them. And it's not just about stabbing someone in the back, it's about stepping over their body on the way to the top. The oil fields become a ladder, and every rung climbed is greased with betrayal. But the higher they climb, the further they have to fall. And the trailer makes us suspect that many will fall hard. Yet what makes Betrayal in Landman Season 2 truly terrifying is its unpredictability. We can expect enemies to strike, but what about when betrayal comes from someone you love? The trailer teases moments of heartbreak, showing characters who look broken not because they lost money or power, but because they lost trust. A single betrayal can change the course of the entire story, and in this world, one betrayal is never the last. The trailer leaves us with haunting questions. Who will betray whom? Who will survive the heartbreak? And who will be left standing when the smoke clears and the masks are ripped away? Because in Landman, betrayal is not a plot twist, it is the plot itself. It's the engine that drives every character's choices, every conflict, every downfall, and the most chilling part: no one is safe. Not the powerful, not the weak, not even the ones who believe their loyalty is uncheckable. Everyone bleeds when betrayal cuts this deep. So as we watch Landman Season 2 unfold, we won't just be waiting for betrayals, we'll be bracing for them. Because if the trailer has taught us anything, it's this: in this world, trust is the most dangerous gamble of all. And in the oil fields of Texas, the only certainty is that someone you trust today will be the one to destroy you tomorrow. Survival. In Landman Season 2, it's not just a theme, it's the law of the land. The trailer makes it brutally clear. When oil runs like blood, when power shifts like storms, survival becomes the only compass guiding every choice. This isn't survival in the simple sense of staying alive. It's survival of reputation, survival of family, survival of a dream that could collapse with one wrong step. And in the world of Landman, surviving means sacrificing something or someone along the way. The trailer delivers survival as a constant battle against forces both seen and unseen. We watch characters standing in barren fields, the wind tearing through them as if to remind us that the earth itself is unforgiving. The landscape is harsh, dry, cracked with drought, yet beneath it lies the very oil that everyone is fighting for. It's a haunting paradox. The land that gives life also demands death. Survival in this world isn't about harmony, it's about endurance. About taking blow after blow and refusing to fall. We see quick flashes of men and women caught in moments of desperation, a character gasping for breath in a smoky haze, another clutching their chest in panic, another staring into the distance with eyes that scream exhaustion. These images are not just dramatic shots, they're warnings. Survival isn't glamorous here. It's ugly, it's raw, and it leaves scars you can't always see. The trailer suggests that every character will be tested, not just in boardrooms and backrooms, but in the unforgiving spaces where survival is stripped down to its bones. But survival isn't just physical, it's emotional and psychological. The trailer hints at characters breaking under the weight of betrayal and ambition, struggling to hold on to their sanity. We see faces lined with exhaustion, hands trembling as they pour drinks, voices cracking under pressure. These subtle moments suggest that survival in Landman Season 2 is as much about keeping your mind intact as it is about keeping your body alive. And in a world where every ally might be an enemy, trust itself becomes a survival risk. The idea of survival also connects to legacy. For some characters, it's not enough to live. They want their name, their empire, their influence to outlive them. That hunger for legacy pushes them into dangerous territory. They're willing to endure pain, sacrifice morals, and bleed the land dry just so their names echo after they're gone. But here's the tragedy. Survival built on greed is never permanent. The trailer leaves us with the feeling that those who cling too hard to their legacy may be the very ones who crumble. First, there's also an environmental undercurrent to this theme. The land itself is fighting to survive. Oil rigs pierce the sky, fires burn across fields, rivers run black. The earth is wounded, and every drop of oil pulled from its veins feels like a battle scar. The trailer doesn't preach it, simply shows us the cost. And in doing so, it asks the audience a chilling question. In the race for survival, who will outlast whom? The people chasing wealth or the land that sustains them? Wealth or the land that sustains them? We also glimpse the survival of relationships. The trailer hints at broken families, strained friendships, and alliances pushed to their breaking points. To survive in this world means choosing sides, and often that choice comes with devastating consequences. A character might save themselves by sacrificing someone they love. Another might cling to loyalty even if it means risking everything. And that's where the deepest conflict lies: survival not just of the self, but of what it means to be human in a world where greed erases compassion. The most haunting part of the trailer's survival theme is the sense of inevitability. Not everyone will make it out alive, and the trailer makes sure we feel that weight. The quick cuts, the dark shadows, the half-heard cries of anguish, all of it builds the impression that this season will not spare its characters. Someone will be crushed by the weight of ambition. Someone will break under betrayal. Someone will lose the fight to survive. And when they do, it won't just be their downfall, it will ripple through the lives of everyone connected to them. Ultimately, survival in Landman Season 2 is not about heroes standing tall. It's about people crawling through fire, clawing through mud, and enduring whatever the world throws at them. It's about holding on to the barest thread of hope when everything else has been stripped away. The trailer doesn't promise triumph, it promises a war of endurance. And in that war, survival will not be measured by who wins, but by who still breathes when the dust settles. Because in this world, survival isn't victory. It's just the privilege of fighting another day. Asterisk, in a world like Landman, characters are not simply players in a story, they are storm systems, each carrying their own thunder, lightning, and destruction. The trailer doesn't just tease events. It gives us glimpses into the hearts and faces of the people who will either rise, fall, or be shattered in Season 2. And while the story is about power, betrayal, and survival, it's the characters who breathe those themes into life. Every glance, every gesture, every silence in the trailer screams of deeper battles being fought beneath the surface. First, we sense the presence of the power holders, those who sit at the top of the oil empire. Their appearances are sharp, controlled, dripping with authority. They move through glass towers and boardrooms like kings and queens on a chessboard, but the trailer hints at cracks forming in their crowns. Their dialogue is measured, their body language rehearsed, but the eyes tell another story: fear of losing control. Power may be theirs today, but the trailer whispers the truth. Power is never permanent. Someone else is always waiting in the shadows to take it. Then we catch glimpses of the betrayers' characters whose very presence feels like a warning. They stand too close, speak too softly, smile too carefully. The trailer frames them in dim light or in half focus, forcing us to question their motives. Are they allies or enemies, lovers or opportunists? The brilliance here is that Landman never tells us outright. It makes us doubt every word spoken and every promise made. These characters remind us that betrayal rarely comes from strangers. It comes from the ones you trust the most. But survival in this world doesn't belong only to the strong. The trailer introduces us to the survivors. Characters who may not hold the largest share of power or the sharpest knife, but who carry resilience carved deep into their bones. We see them in fleeting moments struggling in the dust, shielding loved ones, standing against storms. They are not glamorous, but they are the heartbeat of the story. They remind us that survival is not about riches or empires, it's about grit, stubbornness, and the refusal to break even when the world has already written your ending. And then there are the broken ones, characters caught in between, neither fully powerful nor fully powerless. Their faces flash across the trailer with haunted expressions, caught in impossible choices. They are torn between loyalty and ambition, between morality and greed. Some of them may rise, others may collapse, but all of them will make us feel the sharp ache of their journey. These are the characters who ground the show, who remind us that beneath the games of money and oil, human hearts are fragile and easily destroyed. The trailer also hints at new players entering the battlefield. Fresh faces bring fresh chaos, and their arrival shifts the balance in ways we can't yet predict. Will they bring salvation, or will they add fuel to the fire? Their brief appearances are designed to spark curiosity, and they do so brilliantly. A lingering shot of a newcomer walking into a room, every head turning to watch. A whispered line of dialogue that suggests hidden knowledge. A single smirk that could mean victory or disaster. These new players ensure that nothing from season 1 will stay the same. What's striking in the trailer is how each character carries the themes on their shoulders. Power is written into the posture of the elites. Betrayal flickers in the shadows behind every smile. Survival breathes through the dust-stained faces of those who refuse to quit. And together, these characters create a living battlefield where every interaction is loaded with meaning. It's not just about what they say or do, it's about what they don't say. The silences that echo louder than words, but what truly makes these character spotlights powerful is the mystery. We're not told who to trust, who to root for, or who to fear. Instead, we're left with fragments, impressions, and haunting questions. Will the leaders maintain their grip on power, or will they be dragged down? Will the betrayers succeed, or will they be unmasked too late? Will the survivors endure, or will the land itself swallow them whole? And perhaps most importantly, when all is said and done, who will still be standing when the credits roll on Season 2? The trailer doesn't give us answers, it gives us glimpses. And in those glimpses, the characters become larger than life. They are not just individuals in a story. They are reflections of everything we fear, desire, and dream about. They remind us that in the pursuit of oil, money, and survival, people don't just fight, they transform. Some into monsters, some into martyrs, and some into legends. As the trailer closes on their faces, desperate, determined, we are left with one truth. These characters are the fire of Landman Season 2. And when the storm hits, it won't be the land or the oil fields that decide the future. It will be them,